People often preach about the flesh. But what is the flesh anyway? The flesh is not your physical body, because there's nothing wrong with our physical bodies in themselves, because we're human beings, spirit beings with souls living in bodies, in order to rule over the material realm, so that we have a material constitution in which we live, the body. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how we are designed naturally. And when Christ returns at resurrection, we will have physical bodies also. But then those physical bodies will be immortal. But just understand this, the flesh is not the physical body. The flesh is not the longings of the physical body, like for water, food, for warmth, sexual urges. There's nothing wrong with those things. The flesh is the mindset of relief. It's relief-centeredness. And that is what believers ought to be delivered from. Often people think that the battle is about circumstances. Well, circumstances are involved. But it's not the circumstances that's the focus. The enemy and his demons, they want a hold of your soul. Many people think that it's money that makes the world go around. No. Money is just an illusion that's being used to keep people in the negative, to keep people going. Look, currency, when currency is practiced in the right condition, in the right conditions, it's money. I already made a video explaining the difference between currency and money, so I'm not going into that now. Currency has its practical use to exchange goods and services. All right. So if you want to take a bus, you give some currency and you can enter the bus. Or if you have a lot of fish as a fisherman, you need to store the fish somewhere. Someone who has a fridge can purchase those fish by giving you coins, and you can use those coins now to provide for your family. So currency, it is practical, and there's nothing wrong with currency in itself. But people think that it's currency, or let me say money, that keeps the world going. That's not true. It's not about money. People ask, why are those rich aristocrats oppressing poor people, enforcing those high taxes, or firing people from jobs because of all this economic contention? Why? It's about your soul. It's about dragging you and keeping you in the negative. Because that's where demons can feed off of you. That's how demons can rule over you without you even being aware of it. That's how demons receive worship, by ruling over you without you realizing it. And in order for demons to do this, you need to be in the negative. Haven't you noticed that any time you decide, I want to read the Word of God, I want to grow in faith, you begin to walk by faith, every time you make an attempt, there's some attack coming, some resistance. It doesn't have to be something deeply intense, but it can be that suddenly this is relative that begins to talk about some traumatic experience from the past. Or maybe it's not about you, maybe it's not something you've been through, but maybe they've been through something, and now anytime you are walking by faith, they show up, they call you, and begin to talk about their problems. What's going on? Unclean spirits are using them to contaminate your mind, so that you are dragged in the negative. It's not about money. They can print money. They can print millions a day if they want. Money is just paper with ink on it, or minted as coins. And then most times it's virtual money, so it's non-existent currency. It's just numbers on a computer screen. For example, here's a piece of paper. I can write down, hold on a minute. Okay. I've written down this number, 1.5 million euros. I just wrote it down. Well, that's how it is with most money today. It's virtual. It's non-existent. It's just a fiction. So it's not about money. It's about your soul. And that's why you ought to agree with Christ. Why? Because it's in agreement with Christ that you can walk in the supernatural to overcome. Apart from walking by faith, there's only temporal relief. And that's what people in the world have. They have delayed self-destruction. They have relief that is renewed over and over again. There are in no movements. I already explained that a while ago. So understand this, it's not about money. I know I've repeated it so often and I keep repeating it because your whole life you have heard it's about the money, it's about the money. Everywhere you see something happening, you see the money. Everywhere you see something bad happening like crime or terrorism, you see the money. But when you follow the stream of the money, you realize that there's some conspiracy going on. Some people think it's a conspiracy to make money. But then you realize, hold on a minute, they can make money out of thin air. Just like I just wrote down an amount here, they can write it down in a computer screen and then spend it to the bank. It's about your soul. A lot of conspiracy theorists are saying the elites don't care about us. First of all, with elites, they mean people that are rich, who have large houses. When I talk about elites, I'm talking about those wizards behind the scenes that control this world. And of course, many of those people with big houses, with a lot of money, they're involved with those wizards. So, okay, so just call all of them together the elite. The elites worship demonic spirits. And in exchange for them assessing the demons, they remain that wealthy. So, they care about you. It's not so that the elites don't care about us, the people out there. They care about us. They care about us because they want us in the negative to feed those demons so that they can remain rich. So they need you, a lot of you as watchers, they need you in the negative. You can be a young woman who was addicted to drugs for a while. You are fighting alcoholism right now, and you're on medications and you want help. And you think nobody cares about you. People don't want you, and it can be that some people don't want you, but that's their loss. They have their negativity. But now you have all these wrong thinking patterns, all this depression. But you have those servers out there that help you. And you have people working there who have good intentions, who really wants to help you. So you have what you can call good people around to help you. That's true. And you think the elites don't care about you. When you go on YouTube and look at all those conspiracies, you conclude that no, that's not true. They care about you, but for the wrong reason. Now you know why. That's why I'm telling you, when you begin to walk by faith, you're going to have all kinds of stuff coming your way. It can be that you never imagine yourself smoking, but suddenly this desire to smoke comes out of nowhere. And you're asking, why do I have this desire to smoke? It's not you. It is not you. It's an unclean spirit who is bound, who is in a negative, who's on his way to the lake of fire very soon, and now that unclean spirit wants to keep you in a negative so that they can rule over you, so they can still worship from the Most High. That's what it's all about. That's why you get this urge out of nowhere to smoke. Or maybe it's not to smoke, maybe it's for something else. Or maybe you just can't stand someone, but you don't know why you can't stand someone. It's demons throwing you in the negative. That's what it's all about. It's not about money. A lot of people have... Okay. This video is almost over 8.5 minutes. I don't want to make it too long, but it comes down to this. A lot of people face financial difficulties, and they are seeking for practical ways to solve financial difficulties. And I agree with them. Nobody should want to have to put up the financial difficulties. But what you've never been told is that finances in the world are paranormally powered. That's why those that want to make the millions, they go to the paranormal. That's why they sell their soul. Selling your soul is not a literal selling off your soul, because that's impossible. But it's selling your soul is a phrase that expresses that you have given over yourself to the dark side in exchange for relief. For those that want the big money, that's what they do. You will rarely will you find anyone out there who is not in the paranormal, who is not paranormally active, yet they have a lot of money. Because the moment you have a lot of money, the paranormal comes upon you. A lot of people are going to be drawn onto you. Needy people, greedy people, witches come after you. Why? Because money is the potential of the world. Even though the world does not run by money, money is the illusion that empowers it to, because that's what keeps people contributing. The moment you overcome the love of money by the renewing of your mind, those financial difficulties, they will dissolve. But while where your mind is renewing, there's going to be a lot of financial attacks to keep you back in the negative. Because the moment you begin to walk by faith, you are above money. Yes, money is still needed to purchase things in the supermarket and to pay for a bus ticket. So that's the relevance money has. So that relevance will remain, but you are above finances. Finances are not above you. And when you're above finances, that's the place worldly people don't want you to come. They don't want you to arrive at that position. They want you to remain under the curse, like they are, seeking relief, having to work hard in order to make it. No. As a believer, you operate in biblical abundance. And I'm warning you, as I mentioned before, there are going to be attacks, there's going to be much resistance against you, especially because you are a believer. Even worldly people that are moving away from the love of money, they are assaulted by other worldly people. So what do you think they're going to do with believers? Well, that's it for now. It's already 11 minutes. Enjoy your day, agree with Christ, and be at peace.